All right. So Asia, I want to thank you so much for taking time out to come talk with me. This is just a normal conversation with our some first year teachers. So just be as honest as possible about your experience and even with your experience with me. And you can also talk about experiences with the school. Be, just I would probably just say Mr. X or Miss Y, just because we don't want them to be, we don't want their names to be revealed because they, but other than that, just be as honest as possible. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the first question. So what was your favorite thing about your relationship that you had with me in your class?
My favorite thing was that I could always come to you and ask you if I needed help, and you would stop and try to explain everything to me as much as you could.
And what things did I do to make you know that I cared about you?
You would pull me to the side and ask me what did you need? What do you need? Do you need help for me to help you understand it? What do I need to do so you can better understand what I'm teaching?
And what things did you experience that made you say, you know what, Miss Hayes needs to, was there anything negative about our experience that you would be like, don't do that, Miss Hayes? Okay. And how did I let you know that you were capable of doing something in my class, that you were able to do the things that I'm asking you to do?
I never really rose my hand in your class a lot, so I know you used to always call on me when you knew I knew the answer, the questions and stuff.
How you think I knew you knew the answer?
I don't know. I think it's kind of my facial expression. I'd be like, oh, I know this. But then you look at me and be like, Asia, answer the question.
Was there anything, what were the things I did to motivate you and make you feel successful in the classroom?
You always push me. When you know I had more to say, you would make me say it and just make me do what you knew that I could do.
And how did you know that I cared about your feelings while we were there?
When you would see me, you be you don't look like you okay. Are you okay? You always ask me how I was doing and stuff like that.
And what about the experience with consequences? Did you feel differently when I made a gave you a -1, or when I had to have that a heart? And I did not do that much with you, but more so I guess whenever, or you probably experienced more so whole group, but how did it make you feel? Did you feel oh, Miss Hayes is being different, or is she being mean right now? What was your thoughts when you would get consequence from me compared to when you would get rewards?
I feel it was all the same, but with me, I feel it was more harsh for me because I know you expect more out of me, so I feel that was kind of played into
that. What did you feel comfortable talking to me about problems that you were having in school, and what did you do? What did I do to make you feel comfortable if you did feel comfortable?
I always feel comfortable with you. Ever since I was in 6th grade and I met you and I was on your cheer team, I knew I could just come to you and tell you anything. I probably tell you more things than I tell my friends. It was just the fact that you listened to me and didn't judge me. You just gave me your honest opinion on things.
And how did your experience with me compare to other teachers? And this is where I want you to start giving examples of things that teachers did wrong in your opinion in terms of trying to build a relationship with you or showing you that they cared about you. What were the things that I did well, or even if I did something wrong, just telling those experiences how basically teachers didn't get it right.
I kind of feel I have a relationship with my advisor, kind of the relationship that I have with you, but I think my relationship with you is stronger because you kind of ask me stuff. My advisor, she sometimes notices and says things, but other times she kind of just doesn't push it, and I feel you pushed it because you knew it was some certain times I just probably needed to talk about certain things.
Is there anything that happened in your class, in your whole all schooling from kindergarten to now, were there experiences that made you say, you know what, this is not this teacher's not doing a good job, and why what would make you say that?
When I was in 5th grade, I felt I wasn't really getting the information that I needed to get because my teacher, she was kind of a yeller, so I kind of they kind of scared me because I was really shy in elementary school and I didn't really like to be pushed, and she used to yell a lot when I didn't raise my hand and stuff, so I kind of didn't like that at all.
Is there anything else? So your teacher would yell at you. What about what about the teachers? Were there teachers that were too nice?
Yeah, I kind of think in my 6th grade year, there were kind of teachers that didn't really know how to handle certain situations, and it made it harder for us to learn what we were supposed to learn.
Give me an example of when that happened.
When I was in 6th grade, I had an English teacher, I think, and she ended up leaving at the end of in the first semester, but she was kind of really nice, and it was just certain things that we just didn't get done that other classes did get done, so it kind of left us behind when we had another teacher come in and teach us the certain things, and it was just we didn't know it.
And what was happening in the class that held y'all back from learning?
I think it was mostly the students taking the fact that the teacher was so nice for granted. So, yeah.
And they were doing things like what?
Talking out of turn and throwing paws around the classroom and stuff like that.
And the teacher did what the teacher do when they saw them throwing?
She would stop. We do the little -1 thing. She would do stuff like that, but I don't think they took it seriously. So.
And why do you think kids took seriously in my class when I said -1, or when I gave consequences, or when I gave rewards?
Because I feel you were a little bit more strict with your punishments and stuff, and I think kids knew when Miss Hayes say something, just stop doing it.
And do you think that was a positive thing that kids did that, or do you think that was something that made you I don't, how do you think kids felt about that?
I think that it was a good thing, and I think that it helped us now, or my class now that we're in the 9th grade, because now it's teachers don't stop to redirect, they just keep going, so if you miss it, you miss it. And so now it's I hear a lot of kids in my class say stuff I'm glad Miss Hayes was like that when we were in 8th grade and 7th grade, because now it's just it's easier for me to just stop doing things that I know is wrong.
So the things I did is in my classroom, because I did a good job with it, and because I was held in that balance of being warm but also strict, you all took those lessons and were able to apply them now in high school. Good. How have you felt about yourself and your work in your classrooms when you didn't have good relationships with the teachers? So when you did have that teacher that let kids get away with everything, and you were doing a good thing, you were being a good quiet student, how did you feel about that when that teacher didn't recognize you, or didn't stop the class, or even the opposite, took too much time to stop the class and spent the whole time talking about behavior and not teaching?
I feel I didn't feel confident in the things that I was doing in the class, the work and stuff. I always think that I wasn't really getting the information that I needed, because I didn't really have a close relationship with the teacher in order for me to want to ask them questions about the work and stuff. So I think that was kind of hard for me too.
Do you think having a good relationship with your teacher makes it easier to succeed in your class, and if so, why?
Yeah, because I feel the more comfortable I am with the teacher, the easier it is for me to go to them for help and stuff like that.
Excellent. And so this is now you can be as candid as you want to. I think you've been candid the whole time, but this is advice for teachers. New teachers is coming to the profession. What do they need to know to be, in your opinion, to be a good teacher in terms of better relationships and just teaching you?
I feel that teachers coming into the job, they should understand that it's okay for students to make mistakes, and you're supposed to put punishments in place, but don't make it too harsh. And then you also need to make sure that your students understand that you care about their grades and how they're doing in school, because you want them to succeed.
And if a teacher made a mistake, what do you expect them to do?
Try to fix it. Do your best to do better next time. And also make it clear to students that if you make a mistake, it's okay, and you need to go back and fix it.
And what is it? Is giving consequences more important than giving rewards, or are they equal? Or are they equally important?
I think it's equally important. I think that you should spread out how you treat the students and stuff.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Asiah.
You're welcome.